So the Civic, I think I first came here about 10 years ago or so, and I came to support a friend in a play. And I remember just thinking what a beautiful theatre it was. I'd had no occasion to spend much time in Tala, only because I wasn't living out here. And it was just a beautiful theatre, lovely warm welcome, lovely stage. I liked the raked seating. I think it was about 10 years ago, and then really it became a personal experience when I joined the cast of the Panto. And that was 3 years ago now. So I think it became a very personal experience in 2017. But before then I had visited here as a theatre. It was always a great place for new plays or for one-man plays. Pat Kinavan, I remember, was doing his play out here. I saw that here. And he had another one here recently, which was brilliant. So yeah, the Civic has always been on the map for me, and it's just a great space. I think theatre means a lot. It's not just what it means to me, but it's what it means to the people that I would share it with. So my first experiences of theatre were, I was in my teens, and it was going to a show in London that our school was taken to, and I really had very little interest. I think it was Shakespeare's Globe, and I just remember thinking how everybody was carried away to a completely different world. Amazing. Never any particular interest in making that part of my story. And then I got taken into theatre when I was 18 by a visiting West End show that needed somebody whose role I filled. And that was the start of it. So for me, it was an accidental journey that I went on, and it's been a fantastic journey. But I think the power of theatre is much more important than actually my own personal journey, which is it can really transform lives. And I've seen that for a fact. It's absolutely changed lives that I've seen in firsthand. It takes people away from the troubles that they might be in. It brings people to places they might never get to be otherwise. And it can just bring a little joy or even a little depth of emotion into a world that can otherwise be sometimes two-dimensional for some people. So I think theatre is transformative. I think it's transportative, if that's a word, just made it up. And I think it can be very healing, and it can be very awakening if it's done correctly. And also, the bottom line, theatre is entertaining. And I think we need entertainment in this world. I think if the only job we do is to make people smile or forget their lives for a minute, I think we've done a good job. A lovely lady who's a local lady, her outlet as a pensioner is to come to the Civic, which is her little oasis in the kind of desert of life otherwise. And her name is Geraldine. I'll just leave it at Geraldine because she's a sweetheart, and I'm sure that the patrons at the theatre know and love her as we do. But it was realising quite gradually that she came to see almost every performance of the Panto. So some days when you'd go out, you'd almost be looking for her, and you'd see in her face the joy that it brought, because every show presented something different to her, because every show is different. So she used to come to see what was different in every show. And so for me, that was really special to realise that there was one particular life that we were changing, as it were, by just coming on stage and being honest to God, hard-working performers, that we were actually bringing this lovely lady who was otherwise living on her own or not particularly having a super time. She would come in to just enjoy each performance's different peculiarities. And Geraldine coming to the show regularly was a really special thing. So I'd say that would be right up there now. That's become a very special thing. And every time I come back into the theatre, I think of, that lady and how is she today, and I wonder what she'd be thinking.